What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are continuing in NBA 2K22 as today I want to rebuild the Toronto Raptors. Side note before we jump into this video, guys, I'm like really close to 20,000 subs. So if you're sitting there not subscribed to this channel yet and you're watching me for the first time or something, go ahead and hit that sub button. Thank you. We're jumping right into this as we're looking at the Toronto Raptors with Siakam, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Chris Boucher, Goran Dragic, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Kim Birch, Precious Achiuwa, Steve Mykhailiuk, Utah Watanabe, Malachi Flynn, Freddie Gillespie, Isaac Bonga, Delano Banton. So this Raptors roster and just the Raptors team in general is one of the most interesting teams I think going into this season because as we all know, the Raptors have been through quite a I don't know how I want to word it, but they've been quite through a storm, I guess. I mean, they won the championship when they got Kawhi. They traded DeMar DeRozan back then. And then this previous season, they didn't make the playoffs, and then they traded Norman Powell at the trade deadline. And this past offseason, they obviously lost Kyle Lowry, who's been a franchise point guard for them forever. So now it's kind of like a new era in Toronto. And then they got OG. They got Gary Trent Jr. from the Norman Powell trade. They drafted Scotty Barnes. There's definitely some interesting pieces here. And Siakam and Fred VanVleet, well, I mean, I guess Siakam being an 83 overall is a little weird to me just because I know Siakam didn't have the greatest year ever last year, but I mean, 83 I still feel like is a little disrespectful. But if we took a look at this roster right now, we have Goran Dragic, Fred VanVleet, or not this roster, this rotation, OG, Siakam, Kim Birch, Chris Boucher, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, Achiuwa. Okay, so, I mean, for this first season, I'm not really sure how I want to go with this team. I think we are going to trade Goran Dragic and do some things, obviously, to start this off, just because this rotation isn't complete by any means, and I want to make it better. I'm going to try to keep most of the Raptors players because I know you Raptors fans out there are very passionate. So you don't want to see me trading one of your favorite dudes, but I got to try to make this team better, so bear with me. We're going to be doing this trade. We're going to be getting Kyle Lowry from the... I'm just kidding. We're not actually going to do this. Why would I trade for Kyle Lowry again? That would just be so weird. Instead, we're going to be trading for Mohamed Bamba from the Orlando Magic and getting Terrence Ross, who actually used to play for Toronto. And I think he dropped 50 points one time when he played for Toronto, which is just insane to think about. I mean, obviously Terrence Ross can get buckets, but I think Mo Bamba coming in is going to give us an interesting center to have down low. Hopefully he can develop in this game. I wish training camps were still a thing, but I think there's a way I could probably work with them, but we'll see. So with that trade going through, obviously Fred VanVleet becomes the point guard. Terrence Ross starts with the 2 now. OG Anunoby, and then Mohamed Bamba becomes the interesting center. But I think Mo Bamba getting a change of scenery from Orlando could definitely do wonders for him. So I'm totally okay with it. And then I would rather see Gary Trent Jr. start than Terrence Ross, to be honest. I might not even keep Terrence Ross. So we're probably gonna trade Terrence Ross. Now I think about it, he's not staying here. We're gonna be trading Terrence Ross, Freddie Gillespie, in a 2024 first for Malik Beasley from the Minnesota Timberwolves, which that will give us a very interesting 24-year-old to join the team. So now looking at it, we have Jordan McLaughlin, who apparently needs to be the starting point guard now. Obviously that's not how we're gonna go about things. So we're probably gonna have to move Mr. Fred VanVleet to point guard. Wow, he actually goes up like crazy at point guard. They say less, man. He's my point guard now. So we'll have Fred VanVleet at the point guard, Malik Beasley at the 2, OG at the 3, Siakam, Mo Bamba, Chris Boucher, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, and Kim Birch. Okay, now we're ready to go into the season. Achiuwa eventually, hopefully he's going to get some minutes. This man used to dominate in 2K21, so I kind of wonder what his development is going to be like in 2K22. But I think we have a pretty interesting roster in Toronto. Is the team going to win a championship in season number 1? Probably not, but at least we've set something up for the foundation of the future. So we end up finishing as a 7th seed out east, and we're in the playoffs. So this time the Toronto Raptors did not miss the postseason. They didn't even have to make the play-in this time. They actually got themselves into the playoffs. So that is what I love to see, man. Let's get it. We had 22 points from Fred VanVleet, 18 from Siakam, 17 from Malik Beasley, 14 from Gary Trent Jr., and 10 from Chris Boucher, and 10 from OG Anunoby, 9 from Mohamed Bamba, 8 from Scotty Barnes, 5 from Kim Birch, and then that was it. So yeah. Let's get into these playoffs now, baby. I just realized that I'm actually an idiot because the 7th seed is a play-in team. Why the hell did I say that? I'm just so dumb. You know what? It's fine. Let's go ahead, simulate the play-in, and let's see if we're going to be... This will be my first time, by the way, in the play-in, actually. So this is actually interesting. So, are we going to beat Miami? No. We lose in the play-in. So, no championship for us this season. I didn't think we were going to win it anyway, but no playoffs for us either. That's unfortunate. But we got the Nets going on to win it in 5 over the Lakers. Now, I know this is probably going to be very unpopular of me to do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to be trading Siakam and Kim Birch in a 2026 first for the 5th pick in the draft and Jonathan Isaac. I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to go younger with this Toronto Raptors team, and we're definitely surrounded with a bunch of young talent, so I thought getting the 5th pick and also getting Jonathan Isaac was well worth it. So here we are at pick number 5, and I guess Chet Holmgren is still on the board. Now, this is going to be my first time actually using this draft class, so I don't really know what to expect, but I know Chet Holmgren obviously is a really good player, so we're obviously going to take him and then go to number 14 and see what else falls to us. So hopefully at number 14 we get something good as well. So number 14, if Adam Silver let me decide, I will go ahead and take I guess Peyton Watson. I don't really know who else to take, so we'll go ahead and take Peyton Watson and Chet Holmgren, and so we come away with a 79 overall, which is a W, and at number 14 we get a 76 overall. So I'm happy with that draft. I know we traded Siakam, but at least we came away with Holmgren and Watson. Going into free agency, we have 2 free agents who I feel, you know, are somewhat important. Mo Bamba is out here, and so is Chris Boucher. But if we take a look at the roster, we have Fred VanVleet right now, Malachi Flynn. We have Gary Trent Jr. and Malik Beasley, so that's cool. We have OG Anunoby, and then of course Peyton Watson, we just got out of the draft. Jonathan Isaac and Scotty Barnes, and we also have Chet Holmgren and Precious Achiuwa. So we don't necessarily need to keep Mo Bamba, but he also is young, so I definitely wouldn't mind having him back. So I definitely I would love the idea of getting Mo Bamba back, so I am going to go ahead and sign him. As far as Chris Boucher, I might use him in some type of sign-in trade, so I'm going to sign Mo Bamba to a deal, and I'm also going to sign Chris Boucher to a deal. That way I can maybe do some kind of trade with him. So we'll sign both those guys back, and then we'll most likely trade them. Now, I'm still a little torn on what I want to do with Fred VanVleet, whether or not I want to go ahead and trade him or keep him around. I'm leaning towards keeping him around for this season and then hoping this team's going to make the postseason again, just because I think it's still good enough. But like I said, I do want to go ahead and trade not Scotty Barnes, but Chris Boucher, just because we kind of have this power forward position filled out now with Jonathan Isaac and Scotty Barnes. So if I was going to try to trade Fred VanVleet, is there a possibility that I can snag Trae Young from Atlanta, just because that would be, you know, a lot of fun? So they want Mo Bamba, Malachi Flynn, and they're going to give me Clint Capella to go along with this? I mean, say less. This is going to make us a interesting team. I don't think I've ever really traded for Trae Young, because I most of the time try to stay realistic. But lately, as you guys have seen, we kicked off 2K22 doing fantasy style, and I think it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely been definitely a change of pace. Let me know what you guys have thought about it. I know Chet Holmgren was going to have a nice spot, but Clint Capella, as a veteran who can kind of lead him, you know, lead the way or whatever it may be, it's going to be definitely fun to have him. And then having a 23-year-old point guard in Trae Young to lead this team into the future is a W, man. I'm happy with this damn team. That is why I'm the best GM. So our rotation for this Toronto Raptors team going into next season is Trae Young, Malik Beasley, Peyton Watson's going to start small forward for us, I guess, Jonathan Isaac, Clint Capella, Scotty Barnes, Chet Holmgren, OG Anunoby, and Gary Trent Jr. Honestly, our bench is absolutely loaded with young talent, so this team is set up great for the future. So regardless of how things go, I'm excited to see how this is going to go, like, throughout the whole damn process, because even if we don't make the playoffs, like, I think we will with Trae Young leading the way, obviously, but I mean, we are set up big time anyway, even if we didn't. So we're gonna go ahead though and simulate this season number 2. We were in the play-in last year, so hopefully this time we can actually get to the postseason and make some noise. Season number 2 comes to an end with Trae Young winning the most valuable player, leading the Toronto Raptors to the first seed in the East. That is a beautiful story, I tell you. I'd love to see it. Paulo Banchero, Rookie of the Year for the Charlotte Hornets. Drummond, 6th man on the Pelicans. Okay, at least this man's still getting employed out here. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Tyler Herro, Most Improved Player, 22 points, so W for that. Willie Green, Coach of the Year, and Donald Jennings, Executive of the Year. What a professional name. Taking a look at the player stats, as we have Trae Young averaging 33 and Malik Beasley being the second leading scorer, so trading for him is honestly a W so far. 21 points out of him, 14 from Peyton Watson, 11 from Scotty Barnes, 10 from Clint Capella, 8 from Isaac, and 8 from Mr. Gary Trent Jr. Now we get to wait on our opponent from the play-in, so let's go ahead and just simulate the play-in as we get to play the 8th seeded Chicago Bulls. As we all know, is definitely an interesting team out out east, so there could be a chance we get bounced out here somehow, some way, but we'll go ahead and just check it out and see if we get lucky or not. So many current round against the Chicago Bulls, who are an 8th seed, and 8th seeds are scary. If you saw my last video, I am more intimidated by 8th seeds than I've ever been. So we got the Milwaukee Bucks next, who are defending champions. Well, at least coming into this next season they will be in real life anyway, because they didn't win last year in 2K. But Giannis, DiVincenzo, Middleton, Brook Lopez, Ingles, Jordan Nwora, Grayson Allen, JD Davidson. Is there a chance I can get past Milwaukee here? And we beat them in 7. So just like that, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals and we get to play the Boston Celtics. So if we could take down Giannis, I think we could take down Tatum and Brown, but you just never know. So many current round against Boston, and yeah, we lose in 5. But hey, we're off. We're getting somewhere, trust me. On draft night, I am looking to make a big move here, as we've thrown Jonathan Isaac and Clint Capella both in the trade finder, as I got Ben Simmons being offered to me right now, but I'm also getting offered De'Aaron Fox, which is interesting. But I also love this Michael Porter Jr. trade potentially, just because, and then even Karl-Anthony Towns even. But we do have Chet Holmgren, so I'm kind of leaning towards the Ben Simmons thing, just because I think Ben Simmons would be a good fit next to Trae Young. Simmons could, play defense and all that and do whatever. So we are going to go ahead and trade for Ben Simmons from Philadelphia. And of course, we're not going to keep Ben Simmons at point guard. Hopefully, he still goes up like crazy when you move him. So I guess he doesn't go up like he used to, but at least he still goes up in overall when you move his position. So Trae Young, Malik Beasley, Gary Trent Jr. still, and then we got Ben Simmons, OG Anunoby, Peyton Watson, and Scotty Barnes. So we could actually move Ben Simmons all the way to power forward if we want, which we probably will. That way, we still have OG Anunoby being able to start at small forward, and then Simmons, Scotty Barnes, and then Chet Holmgren, Precious Achiuwa. So yeah, and then everyone around Ben Simmons is still a really good fit on this team. So we got Trae Young, a legitimate co-star, and Ben Simmons. Now it doesn't have to be Malik Beasley being the second scorer, so hopefully Ben Simmons can kind of take that reign. I know Ben Simmons sucks or whatever it may be, or you just don't like him, but hey, he's a good player still. I know. It's weird to say it, but he is. Of course, we are going to select Malik Beasley's team option. He's been really good for us. Gary Trent Jr. will accept as well. I'm honestly debating on trading Gary Trent Jr. just because I feel like Malik Beasley and Gary Trent Jr. are kind of bringing us the same thing, and we don't need to keep both of them. And we could potentially even trade for a third star here if we wanted to. So we could probably throw like OG Anunoby's money and Gary Trent Jr.'s money together and kind of get crazy here if we really wanted to, or even throw Montrezl Harrell's money in there as well. So kind of am leaning towards that. We could definitely get a wing player. I'm content with Chet Holmgren starting at the 5 this year. That's fine. So we can definitely get a wing player at either the shooting guard or the small forward to kind of fill out a, have a third star here in Toronto, which would be a lot of fun. The Nuggets were offering me Michael Porter Jr. earlier, so I'm going to be giving them Peyton Watson, Montrezl Harrell, and Gary Trent Jr., and hopefully they accept this, and just like that, we get Mr. Michael Porter Jr. to be that third guy we were talking about. So now we have Trae Young, Malik Beasley, OG Anunoby, which we were able to keep, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, or not, Aaron Gordon, what the hell? Aaron Gordon, Ben Simmons, Scotty Barnes, and then Chet Holmgren, Precious Achiuwa. And now all we really need to do is sign a guard out of free agency, and we're literally ready for this next season. Or we could even run an 8-man rotation. It really doesn't matter. And then might have a guard coming back from like restricted free agent. Nah, we don't. Okay. Or Delano Banton, maybe he could be that guy. So looking at player progression, hopefully no one's going down in overall. I mean, this team is relatively young, so we should be fine. So yeah, everyone is getting pretty good. Ben Simmons did go down, like I guess it's whatever, but Terrence Ross down, which I kind of figured. So we'll probably just run an 8-man rotation this next season, to be honest with you, because I think with this new roster, we're pretty much built and ready to make this championship run. But we got to take a look at it real quick. So Trae Young, Malik Beasley, MPJ, Ben Simmons, Chet Holmgren, Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Precious Achiuwa, and of course, like I said, Terrence Ross is the bottom of the rotation. But I think we can just get away with running an 8-man rotation and just kind of running it out. So with this brand new Toronto Raptors team, literally the only person still here from the Raptors that we started with, it's like Scotty. Okay, I guess actually there's a few people, because Delano Banton's still here. Yeah, there's like 4 players in this roster that are still here from the beginning. So W. Let's go ahead though and simulate this third season, and hopefully in this third season we get that ring we've been wanting and get Toronto another championship. This time without Kawhi Leonard, Mr. Fun Guy.
I'm a fun guy.
Trae Young wins back-to-back MVP awards for this team. Monty Bates, Rookie of the Year for the Knicks. Capella is your 6th man. Giannis Defensive Player. JD Davidson, Most Improved, and Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year. As we went 60-22, but we only got the second seed in the East, so somebody was better than us. We had 29 points from Trae Young, and Michael Porter Jr. and Malik Beasley are still a lot of help, as Scotty Barnes 13 as well. Beasley 19, MPJ, like I said, 25. So W, I mean, I think this is the year, and also the Detroit Pistons were the first seed, so Crispy would be happy. So let's go ahead and go into this play-in, see who we're going to play. So we're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hopefully no funny business is about to happen, man. Cleveland does have a pretty solid roster, so I guess you never know what's going to happen, but let's simulate current round against Cleveland, and so far, not so good. So we're down 2-0 to start things off. Let's go ahead and get to Simcast, because right now, it's not looking so hot for us. If we go ahead and lose in the first round to Cleveland, I'm definitely just going to be a little upset here, but we do win game 3, it looks like. So yeah, we kind of blow them out, to be honest. 131 to 190, or yeah, to 93. So hopefully that trend continues and we are able to take advantage and take back this series, because I hope we don't lose this team. I mean, Cleveland had, like I said, they had a pretty good team overall wise, but yeah, we're down 3-1, so it's not looking good for us, to be honest. And it looks like we might be doing, you know, might fall victim to another 2K thing where we're just going to lose to the lower seed, just because that's, you know, 2K. If you're the lower seed, you're just in a better position. So let's see if we can win game 5 and maybe force something here. Let's see. And it looks like as long as nothing crazy happens in the end, yeah, dude, this is a lot slower. I'm like clicking the fastest, and I know this is slower than it used to be because I can just feel it. But hey, maybe we force a game 7 here. Maybe bring this back to Toronto, and maybe, just maybe, we barely get past the 7th seed. Come on, 2K. Let me force a game 7. So we got off to a really good start, and now we just need to beat Cleveland here, and now we're gonna go to a game 7. Which is awesome. So game 7, here we come. Trae Young, 54 and 15, went absolute nuclear. We need that again, Trae. We're gonna need this again, but I don't know, man. 2K always like gets you overexcited. And it's like, hey, you're about to come back, but then you're gonna get blown out in game 7. So watch what, dude. What did I just say? This is what 2K. Wait. Okay, sorry, Ronnie. I apologize. I apologize. I thought we were gonna get blown out. I was about to say 2K always gets your hopes up and then just get blown out in game 7 for no reason. But hey, I guess I was wrong. We came back. Let's go. So now we get to play Philadelphia. Hopefully, we're not going to be in a position like we just were. Philadelphia should be a little bit easier considering we took Ben Simmons from them. They do have Clint Capella though, so who knows? And Isaac. So I guess we'll see. Somebody current round against Philly, and we're up 3-1, and we beat them in 5. So we're in the East Conference Finals again, and now we get to play the Brooklyn Nets, who beat the Detroit Pistons. Brooklyn, do you still have the? Yeah, you still have James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. So this could be tough. Let's go game by game. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Good start. Game 2, let's go up 3. Let's go, baby. Come on, give me my. Let's freaking go. Now I get to play the Memphis Grizzlies. So this is gonna be an important finals. Game 1, 1-0. 2-0. Come on, baby. Give it. Come on. Let's go. No, 2K. 2K, what are we doing, dude? I was literally about to jump out of my seat. Well, I did, and now I'm like in a game 7. We were up 3-0, bro. Oh, please, 2K. Let me win this. Let me win this game. Thank you. I think 2K. I think as long as they don't come back. I mean, they're actually kind of coming back. Okay. I think we secured this victory. Yes, let's go, baby. I was actually gonna jump in, but I guess I went too fast at the end. But hey, it's all good. Trae Young is your Finals MVP. We won a championship with the Toronto Raptors. Last video with the Lakers, if you watched it, you already know how that went. So it's a good thing we were able to accomplish our goal here with the Toronto Raptors winning in 7 over the Memphis Grizzlies. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave it a like if you did. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.